Man. So I assume you just heard an amazing exhaust clip and screaming bald eagles. How was it? I don't know, because this is YouTube, and that's how YouTube videos go. We give you a little teaser at the front, go to the beginning of the story, and then tell the story throughout the video. So here we are, guys. I have honestly no idea how this is going to go because we haven't started yet. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Lonestar Hawaiian Garage. Some exciting news on the ZL1. Not only what we are doing today, but we also got window tint. Finally, we got the brow across the front, we got limo in the back, and I'm gonna say we are at the Texas limit on my side. I do have the coolest neighbor in the world. He's actually the service manager at our local dealership, and he had his guys knock out my window tint yesterday. I'm stoked. Today's not about window tint. Today is about bald eagles and being able to amplify the goodness coming out of the back of this car. And because this is YouTube and this video is gonna cost a lot, if you guys can go ahead and smash that like button below or even subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Please help me out in this video because it's expensive and it's gonna be so worth it. We're starting this video off with some science. I don't know if you call it science, but I got a decibel meter and we're gonna compare. Let's do it. All right, so game plan for today. Step number one, we got a decibel meter. And we're legit going to measure the stock decibel levels of our stock exhaust system and compare it to what we're putting in. There's a lot of videos out there of guys doing decibel meter applications on their iPhone and it doesn't work. Legit decibel meter, and then come back when we're all done, do it again. Let's get started. I'm excited. It's gonna be a good day. Also, yes, we are still alive. We all got really sick. 2 weeks went by. It wasn't very fun, but we are coming out of it, so we're good. Thanks, guys. All right, I think this shall be our location. So we're gonna have to come back here when we're all done and do this all over again. Okay, we are about 12 feet behind the car. Just for record. And I forgot, I'm gonna turn this on maximum. So now that the exhaust system is going to be blazing hot, it's time to remove it. Actually, we have a lot of work to do in the garage. So we're going to park this thing, let it cool down a bit. But man, this thing is fun. And it sounds so good just stock, especially when you're on it. I am so excited to get this thing buttoned up. Just for the love of science, let's pull my exhaust off and have my neighbors hate me. It's a normal routine. I do apologize. Some of this is genuine enthusiasm. Some of it is faked. I'm only about 80% right now, so I'm a little bit tired still, but I'm getting really excited. Let's pull the exhaust out, show you what we're going with, because they have the best exhaust system for this car, period. I spent months looking and listening, and just every single clip I could get a hold of. AWE tuning is what we went with. Let's show you guys all the goodies.
I got a big box, yes I do. I got a big box, how about you?
I got a big box, baby. All right, this clip is a reminder to myself to go check the exhaust before we finish up. It's highly likely we'll have a Lightning McQueen somewhere within the exhaust system when we're all finished here. All right, guys, so what we have here is the touring Catback exhaust system for the 6th gen Camaros. This is gonna be both SS and ZL1. We also have the non-resonated X pipe here, which is gonna basically amp up the volume just a little bit. And we do in fact have the touring mufflers. They make a track exhaust and a touring exhaust. The track exhaust is essentially a straight pipe. And what's cool about this setup, it's actually modular, meaning if you do want to go from touring to track someday in the future, you absolutely can. This is the Catback without the link pipes because the EPA is, I was hoping to in fact delete secondary cats on this thing, but we're gonna have to leave them in for now. I would say this is the best sounding exhaust for a 6th gen Camaro, period. So next step's gonna be getting this thing in the air. I have never put this thing in the air just yet, so I'm gonna take my time with this, make sure I do it right. So I do have my ZL1 add-on lift points here. So this should do the trick. These are magnetic, they'll sit up right in that pinch weld. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Let's go! One last decibel check. All right, 92 decibels at startup. Alright, so we're gonna roll up under here for the first time. So my hope was these secondary cats, they're not needed at all. They put them on there from the factory to make the EPA happy, and they're unmonitored. So they do make link pipes. They used to make link pipes where you can actually remove this all together and it'd be straight through, because you already have cats up here. So you got 2 sets of cats, which is unnecessary. What we're gonna do is actually not follow the instructions, so I think it'd be easier. We're gonna unbolt it here from the primary cats. We're gonna unbolt it there. We're gonna basically remove the exhaust altogether. Then we'll make the measurement and cut that we need. We need to remove the plugs to the valves, the exhaust hangers, and then this massive barbecue grill. And what's funny about these Camaros, and I don't know why they do this, if it's an exhaust tone or if it's a clearance, but they squish the exhaust pipe from factory. This looks like it's damaged. This is factory. All Camaros have this. It's kind of silly. Fun part is going to begin. Let's get this thing out of there.
Watch me sway, darkness falls, and we all pray, hoping for the light of day, down to the river.
Situation update, and we're going round 2 with the quick jacks. I don't know the humidity in Texas in the summertime, but after about 2 hours, those blocks begin to actually deform and kind of give way a little bit. And it gave way to the point of actually the car slipping when I was pulling on the exhaust. So this was nearly a complete disaster. I was nearly crushed by my own 4,000-pound car, which isn't fun. But the good thing is I did in fact put jacks underneath, not jacks, stands up underneath the car. Now I typically do this for the video's sake because I get murdered in the comments when I don't put stands under there. So I threw 4 stands up underneath the car just in case like stupid happened, and stupid happened. So the car slid off the quick jacks, landed on the stands that were fortunately under there, and I was not crushed to death, which is good. The debacle we're dealing with right now is I have 0 confidence in these quick jacks right now. And yeah, I don't know. And we're back. Nose started bleeding again, so we got another tissue up the nose. But we have cut 2x6s to fit in here perfectly, so there's no movement at all. And I think that was the issue. The solid base of wood is now not going to allow this to move anywhere. All right, round 15, 16. Yeah, that's the valves. It's electronically controlled. So when you're under heavy throttle, this opens up and it's the path of least resistance. It goes straight out. And that's why these are all black. Because when you're on it, it goes out that one. Good evening and welcome back. The good news is the car has not fallen off the stands. So I think we found a permanent solution to how to actually use these quick jacks correctly without cars falling off.
falling off!
What we're doing now is actually going to be cutting my secondary cats off of the exhaust system. On the driver's side, we're going to measure 3 inches back from the weld, make the cut there. Passenger side, we're going to measure back 4 inches back from the weld, make the cut, and I have not had time to run to get myself a new hacksaw, so I have a manual hacksaw. Hopefully we can cut it straight, and then we're going to start bolting up the new system. You gotta love summers, working on your cars in the garage in Texas. I need to get myself an AC unit or something, but the exhaust is pretty much in. We have everything snugged up real nice. We have our 4 outlets here, but we have some amazing I think it's a 4.5 inch tip that these AWE come with. So it actually fills up this entire space with the stock exhaust. The tips are pretty nice. They're good diameter, but they kind of squish down here. They don't fill up that cutout, but what AWE does is they give the biggest freaking tips that you can imagine, and we have 4 of them. Unlock performance, baby. Here we are. We got quad black diamond tips, AWE branded. They're at the top, and as they always do, my favorite part. Well, I'm excited about this, but I actually am more excited about these bad boys. Freaking tip, cut at that angle. Look at that glorious girthiness. I'm gonna spend the next little while figuring out exactly how these are gonna sit. That is gonna be sweet. Once we line these up, then I go back through the entire system and actually torque everything down. Ladies and gentlemen, she is in, and dang, does that look good or what? Those tips, the fact that they fill that area up completely, that's a game changer. But also what I really love how they do and what they do is that right there, that little AWE emblem on that cross member there is really cool looking as well. But just look at these tips. Dang, they're huge. So we're gonna clean up quick, get the car on the ground, and then first thing in the morning, I'm gonna apologize to my neighbors because we're gonna have our first startup in the morning. We're actually not gonna do it tonight, so get cleaned up. We'll see you guys in the morning in 3, 2, 1. It's time. Oh, I'm so excited. Woo. To be honest, last night I had a hard time sleeping because I am genuinely this excited about what this is gonna sound like and feel like, more importantly. This is my first legit big investment into this car from the cats all the way back. We got a good 3 inch exhaust. We have our touring mufflers. We have 4 massive tips that are ready to rumble, and it's time. So we're gonna start up decibel reading, and then we'll go out for a drive. Look at that underneath. I love that. You can actually see that AWE at the bottom. I love that. Let's go. Should make sure my camera's rolling. Yep. Dragging my feet here. I'm so excited. First startup. My gosh. What do you think? It's so much deeper. I am so stoked. I think he approves. This car's got a stock cam, but these LT4s are pretty aggressive, and this thing's got a nice lope to it now. It's awesome. test drive, boys. Oh. Now, I apologize beforehand for me acting like a 5-year-old because... And I know there's trillions of exhaust videos across YouTube with legit exhaust systems, but for me in this moment, come on! Kind of upset right now because I still can't roll my windows down because the window tint is still new. I need another 24 hours. But, oh man, that will be another experience altogether. It sounds... Oh, the downshifts! And we are back. So we got 12 feet behind the car. Just like earlier. I'm so stoked right now. It's like a child with a noisemaker. This is a game changer, completely. I absolutely love the noise level, the tone, everything about this exhaust, even the burbles that you can actually hear now. Inside the cab, we're looking about 84, 85 decibels. It's not unbearable. I've had louder cars, especially down the street. They got a straight pipe Mustang. It's very refined, a good tone, a deep rumble, and gosh dang it, this sounds so good. We got one more thing to do. So last step, guys. AWE tuning. By the way, this is coming soon. Before this, actually, really quick, if you guys do have these quick jacks that do have those rubber blocks, throw away the rubber blocks. Yeah, that was an absolute disaster, this thing. The pinch welds are good. It just needs to have a very solid foundation in order for it to work properly. So that's all good to go. And also, please use stands under your car just in case, because I threw those 4 under there just in case, and it essentially probably saved my life. And I want to thank AWE Tuning for making an amazing part. This touring exhaust is the perfect tolerable level of goodness and bald eagles. That sounds so good all the time. And when you get on it, as you guys just heard, dang, it's good. And it's replacing that nasty barbecue grill there behind me, and especially this pancaked area from, I just don't get it, Chevy. Why you pancake my exhaust? So thanks for joining me, guys. We'll see you in a few days for our next one. Aloha.